When the 2021-2022 season ended for the Los Angeles Lakers, the widespread assumption was that Russell Westbrook would be gone by the time their next season began. Westbrook's ball-dominant playing style clashed with the King LeBron James on the court, and his abrasive personality clashed with head coach Frank Vogel off the court. But with Frank Vogel fired at the end of the season, the breadcrumbs have begun to trickle, and that Westbrook's departure isn't quite so inevitable. According to The Athletic, the Lakers are asking coaching candidates how they might utilize Westbrook in their system if hired to replace Frank Vogel. Now, there are a dozen good reasons why the Lakers might be asking this question. One possibility is that the Lakers are trying to use media leaks to convince possible trade partners that they are not desperate to deal Russell Westbrook. It might also just be a window into the mind of a candidate. Westbrook is a uniquely difficult player to build around. Even if he isn't on the roster, the Lakers can learn a lot about a coach by asking how he might solve the problem that Vogel couldn't. But the simple answer here is that the Lakers are asking about Westbrook because they believe there is a realistic chance that he is back on the roster next season. If they are unwilling to surrender assets to move him, there's a good chance that this is the case. Westbrook will be owed over $47 million next season after he picks up his player option, and that's not easy, a contract for most teams to fit on their books. The few that can likely acknowledge how poorly Westbrook played last season and aren't especially enthusiastic about adding him without being compensated for. There are valid longer-term arguments in favor of keeping Russell Westbrook, though few have anything to do with his value as a player. Keeping him means getting off his contract scot-free next summer. Trading him likely means taking on a long-term money and surrendering draft picks. The Lakers will almost certainly be a tax team again next season, and LeBron James will become a free agent after that if he's not extended this summer. Lose LeBron James, and the Lakers are right back where they were after Kobe Bryant retired, in the lottery and subject to the whims of star free agents who may or may not want to be with the Lakers. Keeping Westbrook and likely sacrificing another season would be the patient approach. But this is the rare moment in which impatience is likely to correct the source. James will turn 38 next season. He doesn't have that many superstar seasons left. So long as he is one of the NBA's best players, the Lakers have a chance to compete for a championship so long as he is surrounded with the proper talent. Keeping Russell Westbrook likely prevents the Lakers from acquiring such talent. They cannot hope to compete for a championship with a $47 million tag on their cap sheet. The more leaks like this come out, the more realistic Westbrook's return and another disappointing season becomes part of the Lakers next year.